We're live from New York City. Oh, Missouri.
And Texas.
That's right.
That's right. Oh yeah, I forgot to put Steven's question on there.
Uh-oh. Oh God. I'm scared now.
Okay. All right. I just put a little note to remind me of what it was. Not the whole entire question, but just a piece of it. Okay. So Garden State Gardener came in and renewed his membership. Thank you, Joe. I know we're probably not still in here, but thank you.
Hey,
Hello,
Black.
Ernie, with Bountiful Harvest. Hello, Lena with Rhode Homestead. Hello, Robert. Always wanted to meet the loose faucet. I guess I've seen her sister is close enough. Ha ha ha.
You're funny, Robert.
Hello, Black's Tropical Homestead. Hello, Simple Southern Reflections. I'd love to have Simple Southern Reflections up here sometime. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what her first name is. I always call her by her whole name because I don't know what her first name is. Hello, Huga Homestead. I had to remember for a second how to say it. It was like, wait, I'm on the spot. Oh my gosh, I was making a video earlier and I could not say the word poblano.
Poblano. I couldn't remember the word
poblano. I can say it now, but I couldn't say it during the video. Hello, Donna Griggs.
That's funny.
Yes. So that'll be tomorrow's video. Me doing some stuff while trying to say the word poblano and messing it up literally 3 times when I just said it. I said it just now, just poblano. Maybe I was trying to say it too fast. I don't know.
I kept wanting to call my poblanos habaneros. I'm like, oh, that's not it.
Yes, that sounds good. Yeah, I would like for you to join me. That would be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to get to know you better. I see her channel and she does all this decorating. And I'm like, her house is so beautifully, perfectly clean and decorated. I'm like, wow. Between her and Nikki, the OCD-ish chick, I'm like, can y'all come hang out over here and show me how y'all do it?
My sister always sends me these channels with these. I know they have a housekeeper and they have all these little farm decor and all this. And I'm like, I owned a cleaning business for 18 years, and I know you have to clean that. No, I worked so hard on minimalizing our home, and the fewer things I have to clean, the better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I hate to clean now.
I need to do my microwave. It needs it. It really needs, and I don't even really know what to clean it with. I was thinking maybe some of that super clean. You think
I was just going to say, use super clean. It does great. I know
I have some of that left somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Use my super clean.
Hey, Sojourner's Old
Kentucky home.
Oh, I forgot to call you today. I'm so sorry. I was so busy.
Were you supposed to call them?
Yes. I'm sorry. I will call you tomorrow.
I acquired myself a new mentee, a new channel that I'm mentoring, which I don't ever tell their name because it's confidential. But anyway, I had a good conversation with her on the phone today. Oh, I said it was a girl. Well, that you got it narrowed down by 50.
Well, yeah. Hello.
Anyway, hopefully I can help her out. Help her grow.
Debbie, I couldn't remember your name. Forgive me. I had to look at the email. Oh, good. You forgot too. Yay.
Okay. That awesome. Always works.
Oh, I was supposed to go to Pomona and drop off some cedar I picked up for Move North Homestead and for her son. And I had such a late start and I didn't make it there, so I'm going to go Wednesday.
I didn't quite get done everything I wanted to do today. There was a few more things I wanted to do. I didn't quite get done. I'm so ADD. Like I'll start something else, and I'm just all over the place.
I used to be that way. At work, I had to learn
I
focus
need
one
to start
project
writing
at
myself
a
a
time.
to-do list because I know there's some stuff I need to do tomorrow. I need to just make a list of it. One of them is mail. I need to mail off my shirt for the Harvest Moon winner, which was Pups and Crochet. Yeah.
Cool.
So I got her, of course I have to order it and then
My Blackberry Rod.
pick it up and then I had to go get envelopes to mail it in. So tomorrow my goal is to put that in the mail. So,
Well,
and
you're
it's a t-shirt, so
this
I'll
is
just mail it,
bombing.
Kind of fluffy like.
Yeah.
So
What do you just have them made individually? They do that for you?
yeah.
Hey, Sandy, how are you?
Yes. Hello, Sandy.
Sandy, your little oil container with the paper towel, I use that all the time. I did it on mine because I don't have one with a spout. And even when I did, it still drip. And I use that all the time. Thank you so much for the idea. I love it.
Hello, Luann. Hello.
And Lynette.
Coffee Angel Crafts, Lynette. Hello, Cooking with Bobby Joe.
Hello.
All right, are you ready for these questions?
I guess so. I'm very nervous. You make me very nervous.
Nervous? Oh, come on. You talk to me every day.
I'm not nervous.
I'm going to do some common questions. I'm going to do some a little bit off and then some that are geared toward just you. So it'll be a little bit of everything.
Okay. Ignore Brutus in the background.
Yeah, it's cool. We like Brutus. We like to see Brutus. How long have you been on YouTube?
2.5 years.
And why did you start your YouTube channel?
I just watched a lot of YouTube and I thought it would be fun to start a YouTube channel and sort of log my journey. And that's pretty much why I did it.
I actually didn't know the answer to that one. Some people, I do know their answer to that question, but I don't think we had ever talked about that. We might have talked about my reason, but I don't know if we ever talked about yours.
Kevin asked me, are you going to start a YouTube channel? And I said, yeah. And he goes, when? And I said, right now. And, all my beginning videos are vertical. It's so bad.
I have one vertical one, and they corrected me, and my next one was horizontal.
Yeah, so no one ever told me.
But in that way, normally I don't love too much correction, right? But occasionally you don't get offended. You actually need the correction. And I did need the correction.
Yeah, I wish someone had. But you know what?
There was a channel that was doing that, and I was afraid to tell her, afraid it would hurt her feelings. So I never did tell her anything.
I did. I told someone only one time, but it makes for good reference to what you were and how you've evolved through the years.
Yeah, my first video is still up there, and my family said, well, you could just go back and redo it. I said, no. I said, you could tell how it was vertical and the fan was showing. Yeah. And I was stumbling over my words now. And that makes my videos now look better because I was doing so terrible in the beginning. You think I'm doing terrible now? I was doing way more terrible then. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane. Exactly.
What is your favorite movie?
I don't have one. I am not a movie person. And even if I were, I wouldn't remember the name anyway.
Well, who's your favorite actor?
I don't have one.
Do you have one? No, not really.
No, I mean, if I was going to go back way in the day, I'd have to say it was the guy who played Hoss Cartwright, and only because we had lunch with him. My uncle worked at Paramount, and now I can't think. Dan Blocker, yeah. And he was the sweetest guy I've ever met, and just a wonderful man of God. And he left a big mark on my life. So I'd have to say Dan Blocker would be my favorite actor.
What was the first YouTube channel you ever watched, if you can remember?
Becky's.
Me too. That's the
Yeah.
one we have in common.
That's what, yeah. Becky's Homestead.
Uh,
Because I was trying to learn about chickens. I wanted to get chickens, and it's all her fault.
I know, that's who I looked. I looked up certain words on chickens, and she came up, and I
Yeah.
literally binge watched hers. Some of them I watched over because I wanted to write things down, and
Yeah.
I literally geared how I do pretty much everything by how she did it. And I learned a few more things from other people, but I learned most of it from her. I took a lot of what she said and
Yeah.
did it that way. And I tried, I threw some of my own things in there later, but
I like it because she kept it very simplistic. It was sort of chickens for dummies, but
yeah,
she never made you feel that way, you know.
yeah,
And
exactly.
it was very simplistic. She didn't, you didn't have to build $1,000 coop to house your chickens, and you didn't have to
Exactly. Yeah,
have
hers
all
was,
this money to feed them, and I just love that about her.
yeah, it's very cool. Uh, how long have you known about your crazy sister, the loose faucet?
Oh, that girl. Well, we were separated at birth because I don't know if y'all know, she's my twin. And we were separated at birth. And I was raised with a different sister. I didn't know she wasn't really my sister. And then all of a sudden, the loose faucet shows up and she has all this documentation. And she's like, I'm your sister. And I'm like, no, you're not my sister. Oh, yeah, sure enough, I am, she said. And that's how she said it. And I was like, no, I don't think so. And, but I investigated it. And sure enough, she's my real sister. And
Wow,
so I mean, probably a couple of years now.
couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Who is the better gardener, you or your sister, the loose
Oh, I
faucet?
am. I am.
You
She'll
are.
tell you that she taught me everything I know,
Hmm.
but that's not true. So when the loose faucet comes on and she starts blowing her horn about how she teaches me everything and she taught me how to dig the holes and put the seeds in, it's such a crock. Because she's crazy. I mean, she takes a bag of seeds and she's like, flinging them and this, and she doesn't bury them. And well, she
She's
might kick a foot over the dirt and hope it gets on the seed, Yeah, that's what she does.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
What plants are you planning on growing over the winter?
Well, garlic. I just put garlic in some grow pots, some actual cloves, um, and elderberry. And I just put my sweet potato slips in the dirt. Lettuce. I'll have lettuce in there, and
Is this
uh,
outside or inside? I mean, how much of this is outside?
carrots. This is all in my utility room.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to do uh, my little grow station. I don't know what to call it either.
I
But
put
yeah,
it in
that's
my
where I'm going to
video
do it.
yesterday. There's a shelving that we took out of our bedroom, and Kevin put it up there.
Yeah, I watched
And
a couple of
then,
your videos, but I was running around the house and I don't know if I even ever commented on them, but I did watch
yeah,
like 2 or 3 of your videos today.
yeah, they. I want to get one more bedroom shelving out, and then he can put those racks up, and then I'll have a big section. But I got all my grow light up, and
It's a good
um,
idea, repurposing the wood. I love that idea.
yeah. Well,
I need to
this
get out there and
this is
work on my
metal
section.
shelving. That metal shelving I hate so much, but
I have
yeah,
shelves
we.
already in here that I used to store food out there, but I decided it was a little bit too warm to store food out there. So
Mm-hmm.
I have all these shelves. All I have to do is go through and reorganize them pretty and clean, and I'll have plenty of room to grow stuff. But I'm
Cool.
planning on growing peppers and lettuce. And Cosmic Cultivators sent me some peppers for a pepper challenge they're going to do.
I got
I'm
those
assuming they're
too.
going to do it over winter. Did they send you peppers?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what it is. So
Yeah,
those
well,
are one thing I'll be doing. Hey, Grandma
thank
Gross.
you. Thank
The
you,
other
Mama Gail.
thing is I talked about green tomato seeds from, because the tomatoes, I had to harvest them, but they weren't leaky faucet rocks. They weren't ripened. So I did the float and sink test, and I am going to put those in a pot and see if they actually grow, because it blew my mind that they sunk, because I would think that, they're green tomatoes, they're not ripened.
And you're trying
So
to
I'm going to
harvest
grow
them
all
because it's
three.
about to get cold there, right? Is that why you're harvesting
Oh,
all
yeah,
three?
I had to harvest everything but my turnips and collards. And, you know, when I'll be harvesting those soon too, because it's dropping down to the 30s. So we had sleet here today.
What? No
Uh-huh.
way.
Yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
sleeting. I told him, be careful driving, because we had sleet. So
That's crazy.
yeah. Hold on a
How
second.
long have you and the boss been married? Oh, I can hold that question for a minute.
Okay, sorry. He
How
has to
long
put
have you
wood
and
in.
Kevin been married?
We've been married how long? 16 years, and together 17. I think that's right. Hold on. Let me do.
16 years.
Yeah, 16 years, 17 together. We dated a year before I let him have this gem of a person.
Lucky man. Lucky man.
He had to earn it, man.
That's right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what good women do. They make you earn it for sure.
That's right.
Don't give away the goods for cheap.
Yeah.
Or
Ain't
for
nothing
free.
free.
Well,
That's
I don't
right.
know if any of that sounded right, but my heart,
I got
right,
you. You
but
don't
my
get
head and my mouth
48.
not working together, and that did not
Yeah.
sound right. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 grown children. Kevin and I have none together, because I had already had a hysterectomy. I had a hysterectomy when I was very young. I got real sick, and at 24, I had a hysterectomy. So no more kiddos. So
Did you get
no
a
more
boy
little
and a girl or
Kevins
two
running
boys?
around.
Did you get a boy and a girl?
I have a daughter. She's my oldest. She's 46. And my son is 45.
43.
40. Yeah, 43. I think about that. Kevin had to say it.
How many grandkids do you have?
5 grandchildren and 2 great grandchildren.
Wow, great grandchildren already.
Yeah. I had a 3rd great grandchild, but he died of anencephalus before he was born. He was a stillborn. Anencephalus is when your brain doesn't develop.
I was going to say it has something to do with the head because of the words. Because I did
brain.
medical coding and billing, so I
Yeah.
can break down words and kind of figure out the basics of what it means. Hello,
Yeah,
Mom.
basically your skull doesn't fully develop, and it doesn't close, and your brain doesn't grow. So yeah. But his name is Philip.
I think that's what happened to Joe Biden.
Did you hear Kevin?
No, what did he say? Hello, Brittany.
He said he thinks that's what happened with Joe Biden. Hey, April, how you doing? Hello, Moments with Vanessa. Okay,
Did you
Kevin,
grow up
hush.
on a farm or in the city?
Oh no, I grew up in in a town, not a city, but in a town outside of Chicago, a little suburb. So we had a little cornfield behind us, and that's as close as I ever got to gardening, was the cornfield. Yeah. And my mom didn't garden. Dad didn't garden. No one in our
Wow.
family gardened
Nobody gardened.
ever.
How old were you when you started gardening?
Let's see, 21.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have other than the loose faucet? Hello, Frontier Survival.
I have, let's put it this way. I was raised with 4 brothers and 1 sister. I'm the baby. I have 1 living brother and my sister still with me. Yeah. Frontier Survival. Hello.
How many different states have you lived in?
Oh, good. Let's see. Hold on. Texas. 4. Illinois, Florida, Texas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. And not in that order.
Is that 6?
5.
5. I have Texas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, and Rhode Island. So 4 for me.
Yeah.
That actually lived in, not visited. I visited more than that.
Yep. Hey, John.
Did you see Robert's statement? Wait, that's not it.
I bet $20 a loose faucet has tried to put the moves on Kevin and steal it from Jan. Oh, God. I'm telling you what. Thank God she has a boyfriend now, because she'd come
He's
up.
got a boyfriend? Does he go visit her down there in the cave?
Oh, yeah. In the bunker? Yeah. They're trying to live together, but I won't let her live in sin. So I put the padlock. Well, actually, right now she's in the shop with the chickens because it's a little cold in the bunker. And I figure if she just lay by the haystacks with the chickens, she'll be warm.
Huh. Well, that ought to run the boyfriend off. She smells like chickens.
Well, I think he likes it. He look cray too.
Like rugged, rough women.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Bunker.
So, who is really the boss? Jan or Kevin?
Biblically?
In everyday life kind of stuff.
Well, he's really the boss, but I'm really the boss. So I'm a pretty strong-willed woman, and we learned to compromise a lot over the years.
Yeah,
so,
you do
but
too.
the past
Sometimes
2 ideas,
I win.
yeah, the past, like sometimes he'll be like, well, you don't ever want to do what I say, or, my ideas. Yeah. And so the past couple things he's come up with, I'm like, yeah. And I thought he was going to drop dead of a heart attack because I said, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. He's like, what?
Like the grow light area and the closet, and
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
And the shelves in the closet for your greenhouse stuff.
Yeah. First I wanted to shoot it down, and I was like, no, shut up, Jan, in my head. Listen to what he's saying. And then I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. And I bet that's going to like painting the shelf, the rack black.
Uh-huh.
I thought at first he had lost his mind, but once I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. And it'll save on such a hassle of building brackets to hold the shelf. And eventually it's going to warp and blah, blah, blah,
Hi,
so
Pepper.
Yeah. Hey, Rusty.
Hi, Barb's Country Home.
Yeah. So he's come up with some really good ideas. There's a Brutus. He wants to say hello. Say hello, everybody. Aww.
All right. So Steven's question for you is, why did you move from Texas to Missouri?
Well, the main reason is because the land we could get here in Missouri for the price was hands down thousands of dollars cheaper. And the second reason is we did not like where the state of affairs was going in Texas politically. And at the time, we were very, very, very political. And now we're like, it's all show. So we we bought our half acre for more money than we bought the 17 acres for. With the 5 years later, with the pond, with the building, with the garage, with fencing. We had fencing around all our property. We had a creek. We have a spring. We have a couple springs, and hands down, it was actually cheaper for 17 acres here in Missouri. Hey, Joe. Hey, Casey and Steven. So we came here when my brother was dying of cancer, and
I'm Boots and Bounty Homestead, Casey and Steve. I was wondering who you were calling Casey and Steven, and I looked up and saw their names. Like,
yeah.
I get
it. We would drive back and forth, and my old friends, we taught Sunday school together and a youth group together, and we went to their home. And when we came to Missouri, I mean, my heart just was like God said, this is where I want you. And I could not shake it. For 2 years, we went back home, and I'm like, Kevin, I think we're supposed to move to Missouri. And he's like, probably looked at me like I lost my mind. We both had great jobs. And I had to go a couple times back and forth, and so my heart could not get rid of Missouri. And I prayed about it, and I said, well, Lord, he's the man of the house. If this is going to happen, you're going to have to tell him, quit telling me, because I was looking, at houses that we weren't going to buy right now, but I was just, comparing prices for Texas, and I knew what our area charged and for even an acre. And I just finally released it to God, and it wasn't a couple months or a month. It might even been a month after that. Kevin said, put the house up for sale. We're moving to Missouri. And I'm like, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hello, Pups and Crochet. Hello, Skinner Farms.
Hey.
Pups and Crochet. I'm going to try to get your t-shirt out tomorrow, hopefully.
She said it early. It's on the line.
That's my goal. That's my goal.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually in the process of getting a new design for my new channel member name.
Your Gail Force.
The Gail Force, yeah. And so we're
not
working
channel
on,
name.
She's going to draw not my channel name, my members name. The name of my members. Like Garden State Gardener has the Jelly Bean Squad.
Yeah.
And the Loose Faucet has
it's up in the air still. It's between the drips and the loose faucets.
Yeah, you were going to do yours on levels, and I tried to go in and put just the one, but I think you're going to have to do it on levels. So I'm going to have to use a couple of different names. It's not just one thing, but I might maybe I'll just do different forms of that word, or maybe I'll go back to the list and pick.
Or when you come in, like Anne Marie on Big Dreams Homestead, it's hey dreamers, I don't really want to come on and go, hey drips. I don't know.
That could be taken wrong.
Or hey loose
Hello, Gail Force. How are you today?
See, the loose faucet, she's tried to hijack my channel. That's what she's done.
So she wants you to say foolish thing like, hello, drips. Hello,
Yeah.
my loose faucets.
Yeah. Hello, you loose faucets.
Did you see the thumbnail I picked for this live?
Yeah, it was faucet, drippy faucet. I saw that, Gail.
Ah, I was looking around in Pixabay and I was like, what am I going to pick for Jen's live? I said, I got to think of something good. And it came to me and I pulled it up and I was
Screws.
like, yeah, that one's just not just dripping, it's just flowing.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not calling my members loose screws. I'm sorry. I just
Loose
oh Johnny
screws.
boys.
Oh
I
boy.
could call them Johnny boys, but then the loose faucet wins again. It's my channel, not hers. She needs to go get her own channel.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Could you imagine her having her own
Yeah.
channel?
Oof.
Oh Lord
Having
Jesus.
her own channel. I wonder what kind of content she'd put up.
God only knows. That's why I have to keep her locked up, y'all. It's not because I'm mean. It's just she is a tornado waiting to
A
happen.
loose cannon, huh?
Loose cannons.
Loose cannons. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good one. But yeah, I may have to go back and do different. I may just do the bottom level as the gale force and then just go up from there. I think I have 4 levels, but I guess I can just go back through the list and just assign them some of the names that were the second and third and fourth choices.
Good
Hello,
Lord.
Marty's World.
I can't even remember what I put on there. Loose faucets and the washers. Come on, y'all. These are for my members. These are my channel members.
The washers, yeah.
Let's not
Well,
insult
I
them.
think Garden State Gardener has the Jelly Bean Squad, the Superhero, and Joseph's Journey. Or
Hey, Nikki.
yeah, hi Nikki, the Everyday Life of the OCD-ish chick. Luke,
What John said,
well,
that kind that wouldn't make me kill myself. Hello, Johnny boy. Oh, the John Keenies. I can't steal that, though. That's yours.
I need to go and watch one of the Vineyard Chicks videos because it said something about Mankini on it. I haven't got around to watching that one yet, but I was kind of surprised that they used that word Mankini on their thing, but
little spigot.
They must have had Mom and Dad's permission. I think they were about to do one of my collaborations today, so I might do some kind of winter gardening collaboration.
Pressure regulators.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Little spigots. Oh, I like that. That's cute.
Hey, little spigots.
Like
welcome to Simply Jan.
Sorry. Well, it would be different.
No,
it would be different.
Look, the faucet. She's got to get her own channel. This is for Simply Jan. Yeah. Yeah. I could call it the Schmizz. Simply.
So, well, I know you said that the loose faucet goes potty in the bucket, but where does she sleep?
Oh, she sleeps on the bunker ground. But now she's got hay. I've upped her. I've given her a Taj Mahal in the chicken coop. You know, with
your chicken coop is actually closed up in a barn-like area, right?
Well, right now they're in the shop. Yeah, because it was so cold and they didn't really have any cover. They were in the chicken tractor where we have the meat birds generally. Yeah. And the lid was up and it was raining and it's just too cold for those chickens to be outside.
That reminds me, I need to go get a couple of tarps because we have our small part that is covered. And since we just have 11 right now, that's okay. They can do that in the winter. What I do is we take a little tarp and put around it so that they have a nice covered area. If they're smart enough to get in there, stay in there when it snows, then great. And then in the big part, the kennel part, there's a perch thing that has perches on it in the middle. And then above that is a tarp normally, but that tarp has, degraded from the weather. So I need to buy like a couple of new tarps to try to keep them decently dry for the winter. Because
Well, that's the thing. They were cold and they were wet. And
it's
chickens,
colder
they're not
there.
our chickens. They're the Morris Patch of Heaven chickens. And, you know, we've been given the job to take care of them and to be good animal husband, do some good animal husbandry. And I could never look at myself in the mirror if they died because I didn't give them shelter. So we moved everything in the shop, laid some hay down under the coop or the chicken tractor. There's a big pile of hay where they're laying their eggs. I had a beautiful pile of wood chips from when I split the wood. That's everywhere now, but I don't care. And there's poop all over our shop floor, but that's okay because, you know, that'll all hose off and we'll sweep it up. And
you can
it's
see.
just to the end of November. And
thank you for stopping by.
yeah, it's the end of the November and it's okay. You know, it's all good. So we feel better that they're safe and they can come out during the day and, you know, they free range all day long. And even the ducks have gone into the shop now. And it's just adorable. We have 4 of the ducks. I don't know where the rest of them, if the predator got them. I don't know. They might still be on the pond. I don't see them, but we have 4 ducks that are sticking together. They flew from the pond to the other side of our house by what I call the cow pasture. And they wouldn't leave. They just stayed there. And we did find one that got killed. But, you know, we told them that they're at the pond. We don't have any control of predators out there. And so, but there's 2 mallards and, I can't think of the other kind, but they like to hang with the chickens. They're used to being with those chickens. And
I've watched a lot of videos where the ducks hang with the chickens.
Yeah. And they're happy. They have a warm place to be and they have food and drink. And what's that the mallards, and what's the other duck?
That we have?
No, the Morrises. Yeah, that we have.
Well, that are here right now. I don't know what kind they are.
He's useless. Okay.
We're actually gonna maybe do the incubating eggs next year. Is there like a channel you think would be good to watch to learn that stuff? Hello, Farm and HVAC.
White House on the Hill does good videos on that. I'm sure there's 1,000 others.
Have you ever done it yourself, Jan?
Not really. My brother incubated a duck egg in his closet when we were young, and she hatched, and he raised her. She didn't make it a year. She froze. She was out in the snow and she froze. And we were all just devastated over it because she was such a good duck. I mean, she loved us so much. And of course, she imprinted on my brother. That was her mama. And but yeah, she froze and it was pretty sad. But that's the closest I got to it. Hey, Joe at Garden State Gardener says hi, boss. Hi, Joe.
Garden State Gardener.
He says hi, Joe.
So we're going to try that. I'm going to watch some videos and I'm going to purchase the kind that flip, that, like you said, that flip on its own. I'm going to try that for next year since we're down 4 chickens. We'll probably just do like 6. Hello, Micro Farmer. How are you?
Hey, Micro. Yeah, we're going to get some ducks and chickens and a couple guineas to help to add to our chickens that we have now. And The thing is now that we're down to 4 chickens, we had what, 11, 10, 11?
We had
And
not. Well, we had 11. We traded. We gave some to some friends.
Yeah, we
were down
traded.
9 or 8.
then we lost 4. So yeah, we had 8 and then we lost 4. One got eaten.
One got eaten by whatever.
A hawk or something. We don't know. It was gone. But now we let them free range, and they're used to being around the Morris's chickens. But it's funny, they never interact. But the Morris's chickens, I mean, they're by them, so we're pretty confident that we'll be able to pull some more chickens in, and
Yeah,
they won't kill them.
probably will never do 2 at one time again. I think it's better to do in bigger groups, like 6, at least 6. So the fact that Tractor Supply says to do that, I think actually they have a great mind for doing that, because they need to be able to stick together and kind of stick up for each other and have, part of their own plan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll probably go ahead and do 6. I went ahead and picked out a egg incubator on my Amazon wish list that I'm going to try to
I
purchase
say
at some point.
White House on the Hill, because they have a bird. I can't think of the term. It starts with the A, but sanctuary, if you will. They raise all the exotic birds, and Jake has showed several times different egg hatchers and incubators, rather.
Is it a specific time of year? You may not know, but is it a specific time of year when the eggs are more fertilized than other? Like, is it like spring or
Spring, probably.
I don't know. I think when they go broody, they're fertile. Avery, thank you, Lori.
Yeah.
I mean, if a chicken's sitting on those eggs and she's not going to get off, they're fertile and they can have them anytime, but it seems like I've seen chicks born in the winter. It's just a little dangerous, and you have to keep them really warm, and keep the mama with them. And
yeah, I thought buying an egg incubator would be a good investment for us.
I think so too. I would love to do that. I've waited for 2 years for our chickens to go broody. And one I thought was, and she never stayed on the eggs. So it's the weirdest thing. I mean, you'd think after 2 years, you'd have some chicken come.
Yeah. Well, we've had our rooster for a while, but we really didn't have a candling thing, and we really weren't checking. But we did have someone we gave eggs to that said, did you know you had some that were fertilized?
Yeah.
So like, oh, okay. So
I cracked some
look
of
and we'll forget, and then we'll look and we'll forget. But
Mm-hmm.
definitely this
cracked
spring.
some that were fertile, and I was like, oh boy.
I don't know what we could really do with them now without an incubator, and the cold weather.
My brother used a heat lamp and a box with towels in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he hatched that duck egg. A heat lamp and a towel. A box with a towel, and it was one egg.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically I have the what you call it? I have the chicken light that's warm,
Yeah.
Hear about the chicken that only laid eggs in the winter?
No, is that a joke, Joe? What?
Yes, is that a joke? Taz is doing good. Thank you for asking, John.
What was his question? Taz's question?
Oh, why did you move from Texas to Missouri? Yeah, he wanted to know why you did that.
Gotcha.
Here's the answer.
She was my spring chicken. Ah, corny joke.
Okay. You do it. Your micro farmer is doing giveaways on Friday. I'm assuming on his own channel. So you guys definitely go check that out.
9 o'clock.
If
9
you
o'clock.
set up the live early, micro farmer, if you'll send me an email, I'll share it out for you. Possibly
Yeah.
if you need me to.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure you have friends that can host for you if you want to host or whatever. Whatever. Let us know if you need anything. We'll help you, of course. So
Yeah.
yes.
Are we done with my questions?
Well, there's always one question at the end that I ask. Do you have a question for me? Uh-oh. What did I walk into?
Hey, NDT. No, I don't. No,
Okay.
I do. What made you have such a love for gardening? Hold on. It's a two-part question.
Okay.
And especially in Texas, we both know it's hard to garden in Texas because in August, it's like you're living in hell. It's so hot. It is so hot. So what made you find your love for gardening and why? And how do you overcome the obstacles when it's so hot outside, but you still have to push forward because now you put all this investment into it. Now, how do you do that? You got that? Okay, go.
Okay. Well, the original love of gardening came from me being a little girl following my dad around in the garden when I was little. I wish I had paid more attention and maybe taken some notes because I'm sure there's more I could have learned from him. But I did learn some things and the actual love of gardening. But it kind of lay dormant for a lot of years, and I didn't actually start gardening until 2005. So I've been doing it for a while, but I stayed in my comfort zone. And the only thing that really got me out of my comfort zone was shed wars. And yes, it can be very difficult to push through the Texas summers. But I think a lot of it is just you just got to stay consistent. You got to push past you're wanting to just give up and stop because, this is too hard. I don't want to go out there and water it again.
Yeah.
But you have to keep going. And, it may come a time when gardening isn't just a hobby for fun. It may be for life. And we may need it to sustain life with the way the world is going. And I hope that that's not true. But in case it is, we need to start practicing our gardening. And that's what I'm going to do this winter is I'm going to practice a little of my winter gardening. And let's see what I can get to grow. So I'm going to try peppers and lettuce for the season.
Yes.
Was there any part of that question I didn't answer?
No, but I want to tell you, I watched a video of this guy and, how to overwinter your peppers. I'm going to do it. So you dig up your pepper plant, you put it in a fresh pot. It's dormant, right? Put it in a fresh pot. You clip everything off. There's a V. And you want to clip everything at that V. I think it's right above the nodes. And put it in a pot of dirt. And in the spring, put it back in the ground. Keep it watered lightly through the winter. But in the spring, put it back in the ground and you have your pepper plant again. Because I have one that I grew from pepper from New York City, or not New York City, but those peppers were, I mean, they were huge, and they were prolific. And I don't want to lose that pepper. I still have seeds from it, but I don't want to lose it. And I thought I'm going to try that. So I'm like, I don't know what happened to me. I'm in a experimental mode now, and I want to try will green seeds, tomato seeds grow? Will can I overwinter my pepper plant? Can I grow leeks? Like, I'm going to plant some leeks because none of my leeks came up. Can I grow kohlrabi? Because my kohlrabi didn't come up this year. It's so weird. The things that grew so easy last year didn't grow this year. And it's because I joined Shed Wars and got all that knowledge. Now, I ain't going to give you all the terms. That's for Jason Avers and John and Robert. I don't have all the fancy terms. I just know that I get my soil right. I test my pH, and that's the first time I did it this year. And then I plant it. And if it grows, woo! I must have planted 50 ground cherry seeds in my raised bed. And it finally took, but I just kept and my Swiss chard. I never had a problem with Swiss chard growing. I put the seeds in and boom, they come up. But I had to plant those several times, my ground cherries, and oh my God, I got so many ground cherries and I absolutely love them. And I got to make jam from them. I never made jam. And I got to do that with my great grandchildren. So, Shed Wars taught me to grow where you're at, use what you have, and never, ever give up. Get outside of your box. I grew your white radishes from the Secret Seed Challenge. And
I grew your patty pan squash.
You grew the patty pan. The patty pan.
I call it the little flying saucer squash.
Yeah. I think Lori and I had a really close size ground cherry, and I probably have 1,000 seeds in the dirt there, and I won't
some more because mine didn't work, but I want to try again.
Yeah, keep putting the seeds in the ground. I did not. I tried to start them, but
I think I might have seeds, but I'd have to double check to really know that for sure.
Well,
and then all the seeds I've had sent to me recently, so I have to add all of those as well. And then, of course, Garden State Gardener has been mailing me seeds all year, off and on.
Billy didn't plant kohlrabi, so it didn't come up either.
I planted Swiss chard. That didn't come up.
Yeah, I've got Swiss chard everywhere. I mean, it's all over the place. So
I still have a
blackberry rock.
ton of tomatoes growing.
Yeah.
Tons
it killed me to pick my tomatoes. They're
not big, but
I hated to have to pick them, but you have to pick them or they're going to freeze. And then what's the sense? Well, look, you got red ones.
They're not huge, but
those are perfect for stewed tomatoes. Or salsa.
Do you have a recipe on your channel? Because I need to do some.
All I did was
Hi, Free Henley Maid.
Water bath them. Hey, Nisi. All I did, I just water bath. Stuffed them in a jar as tight as I could get them. And
water 2 jars first. For how many minutes?
I think it was 20 or 25 minutes. And you put a little salt or lemon in it. And, sorry, I have a gnat flying around. Okay.
Gnats. Yeah, and I have more outside. I have more tomatoes outside to pick. So.
Wow. The salsa.
I planted a lot. I really wanted to have some tomatoes.
Yeah, I had, oh my God. This is so many. And let me tell you, the pineapple tomatoes Joe sent from Garden State Gardener that I won.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Those tomatoes, well, first of all, mostly they're huge. They're juicy. They're meaty. They're wonderful on sandwiches, and they make a fabulous tomato sauce and a fabulous salsa. And Kevin's like, why isn't our tomato sauce red like everyone else's? I said, because I'm using pineapple tomatoes and they're yellow, a yellow color. But they grew and grew and grew and grew. And I mean, I waited till the very last second to pick them because I wanted to be able to put them in the window and hopefully they'll turn. We'll see. I mean, some of them already have, but they are a fabulous tomato. And then my Amish paste that looked like something John showed on a video, it looks like a teardrop. And oh man, those were good. There's a couple in Missouri that will grow really good in Texas that you'll like, Gail.
Okay.
Jersey. I've never had a Jersey tomato.
Are we doing a seed swap, Jan? I know you got a lot of tomatoes that I do too.
Oh yeah. I got so much.
Oh, do you have red okra?
Red okra? I think I might have saved some seeds.
Ernie's nose tomato, yeah. That's his orange looking one that's shaped like a nose, right?
What is it? Yeah, Ernie's nose. It looks so much like a Amish paste. And those did real good for me this year, but I wish now I had planted more of those.
I wish I would have labeled my different types of tomatoes because I can't narrow down which ones I liked more and which ones I liked less. So I'm going to try to do better on that next year. And I also want to work on all my raised beds, making something permanent to cage the tomatoes because they're like falling over. Maybe T-post in some areas, maybe some lattice, something to keep them up, because literally the plants that I didn't have enough cages, and even the ones with cages, they're laying on the ground. But you know what?
You can do the T-post. Do a T-post with some fencing. You can stagger them one side the other. And Family Dollar sells these green clips. And, I had a lot. My friend didn't have any break. Mine, for some reason, broke. And maybe because mine were in more of the elements and sun, I don't know. Or maybe it's just because I'm a bulldog in a china closet and I'm trying to clip a big, huge stump, and the big, anyway, they work fantastic, and you can clip it right onto the fence, the tomatoes vine, clip it right all the way up, but you have to make sure you have a tall enough fencing too, because some of those tomatoes get huge. Yeah. 3.5 feet tall. Oh my God, Billy.
Oh,
wow. That's about.
I don't know how tall mine would be if they were actually standing, but they're pretty tall.
I had a lot fall over. I just let them fall.
They fell over, but you know what? The tomatoes are still growing just fine. I prefer them not on the ground, but I just kind of dig around and try to find all the red and orange ones I could find. And yeah, I'm canning tomatoes tomorrow. Totally. I got a couple bowls full and some out there. I'll just go pick all those, get them washed up, and start working on them. Do you have to cut out, like you're going to take this little green part off, but do you have to cut out this little area right here? Do you cut that out?
Cut the core out. Cut the core. So if you were to cut it around the top, there's a little core in there that you pull out. You don't want that in there because it's tough. It has no benefit.
Hard. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people, like when they freeze it, they'll cut that core. They'll cut the top out and then do an X on the bottom. But I don't do that anymore. I'm like, what? Who cares? It's going to go in a pot and cook and then it's going to go in a grinder if I'm making salsa. I don't really care. So
yeah.
Yeah. I think that you planted red okra, Alabama okra, and can them in water and seeds turn red and gross me out and I toss them. Oh man, I would eat that in a heartbeat. Yeah.
I'm not the biggest okra person either, but I did save my okra seeds.
Pickled
My
okra.
husband likes okra.
I love pickled okra.
My boys are happy now, LOL.
Yeah, they got ice cream.
Oh, your brother's like that too. Where's my dessert? Where's my dessert?
Uh-huh. I cannot eat dessert after a meal. I don't know where
He
anyone
usually
puts
waits
it.
a couple of hours after he eats, but yeah, he's like, "Where's my snack?"
No, not the boss. Yeah. 5 seconds later, I'm hungry. I'm like, what?
Oh, he does do that occasionally. Like if it's a light meal, oh my gosh, he's asking
You'd
for.
think you had never fed him.
I
Yeah.
know. You're like, just ate.
I know.
Ate.
Yep. And we're like, oh, we're so stuffed. I
Uh-huh.
love fried okra too. But I like it really fried. I don't like it mushy. It's got to be cooked almost like so crispy.
Yeah.
I don't like the innards, but I will eat a raw oika okra.
Okra. Okay.
I love raw okra. God, it's good.
I need to get my kale planted on the front porch.
That's another thing I need to get in is kale.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grow it in a Miracle Grow bag. I'm just gonna cut it out like a picture frame, plant it in there. And I tried it in the backyard. It did better on the year I did it on the front porch. I did it on the front porch, backyard, front porch, and the backyard it didn't do as well. Something about that cement.
It could be it heats it up because does the sun hit it there?
I think so. Yeah, the sun hits it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it keeps that soil warm.
And then I also grew parsley all year on my front porch too. So, after the tomatoes and the okra and the everything dies out in the back, I'll have a little bit of stuff on my front porch because it's just a little easier to get to right there on the front. It's closer.
Yeah.
And then I'll have my stuff in the utility room that'll be my lettuce and my peppers. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grow some peppers from Cosmic Cultivators, the challenge they're doing. And then I'm going to grow some regular jalapenos. I'm just going to mark the pot really well. But I don't think we're supposed to start growing those until it's time. So I have those put up, hopefully where I didn't lose them. And yeah, give me a split full of fried okra any day.
I do love raw oysters.
I wish you were here, Robert. I would totally share some to you of my okra. I would have had you set up for the year, definitely. I had okra growing in a trash can that I had sanitized with bleach. I cleaned it out with bleach and everything. It was an old trash can because I changed from white to a black one to match my refrigerator to be all a girl there. But anyway, so I had it growing in a trash can. I had it growing in a tote. I had it growing in a pot. And I had it growing in that old desk planter that I had. And it grew great in all those areas. So it will grow just fine in a pot or a raised bed or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It actually went better in the pot and the trash can than it did actually in the ground for me for some reason.
Yeah, plants are weird that way.
Yeah.
I think it's the soil, if it's looser in the pot.
The next thing I want to buy for a raised bed, I want to buy one of those oval silver feeders that you use to feed cattle.
The water troughs.
I mean, they're not cheap. And the one with the bottom on it so that you're not getting weeds, right? And then you have to put holes in it for drainage. But I want that for a raised bed so bad. I really do. And
put it up on blocks.
Yes, that would be.
Yeah.
That's the next raised bed that I want to do. Is I want to do one of those oval. You can plant quite a bit in that thing, I bet.
Yeah, we have one that it right on one of the seams. I tried to seal it 1,000,000 times. I can't get it to seal, and we're gonna plant our potatoes in that. Just our white potatoes, and we're pretty excited. Kevin came up with the idea, so see, I went along with that too. But yeah, and I'm excited to see how it does. Hey, John, I love raw oysters. I dated a guy. He took me out to eat one time, and we went to this really fancy restaurant, and he's like, "Come on, let's have some raw oysters." And I'm like, I thought I was going to throw up, but he fixed it up and put all the things on it, and I ate that, and I have been hooked ever since. I bet we ate like almost 10 dozen oysters between each, 5 each. We ate so many oysters that night. And so, yeah, I love oysters. I absolutely love them. My dad ate them when we were growing up. He liked fried oysters, though. He didn't like the raw ones. So he would order those, you know, and I'd every now and then I'd have one or two of his, and yeah, so it was not something I always liked, but something I acquired a taste for.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at my weather now. Y'all talking about weather.
Yeah.
38. It's 38 right now.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to rain here earlier.
It's going to drop to 37 Wednesday, and it'll be 50 tomorrow, 36 in the morning, 51 Wednesday, drop to 28. So, and then it goes up into the 40s, and it sort of, you know, teeter-totters. But, ooh, Sunday next week is going to be 26, low of 26. Thank God we have a wood stove. So what I do is I turn my heat off during the day, and I don't run it at all. And I just have the wood stove going. And that keeps our house between 74 and 77 degrees all day long. Yeah, I am glad I have a friend that grows them, John. You're awesome.
You're the professional oyster farmer.
Yeah.
As a friend. So
I'm getting some oysters from John.
Are you?
Wait, yeah. I'm so excited. I hope there's a giant one.
I was just thinking about it. Last year, this time, I was starting my Thankful Challenge. The Simple Life Reclaim Thankful Challenge.
Oh, yeah. I know.
And I did that last year, so I'm not going to do that again.
No,
but I
every
think
day.
I am going to do the Vlogmas for December.
Not me. Don't call me out. I'm not doing any of those. No. Ed called me out for the.
It might not be a challenge at all. It might just be me doing
something you do. Yeah, he called me out for the October thing, and I'm like, no. I told him, no, I'm not doing it, and he still called me out, and I'm like,
well, just because somebody calls you out doesn't mean you have to do it.
I'm not falling into peer pressure. I'm too old. I didn't do it. I could not. I mean, and what was funny is almost every day.
Well, that's a hard challenge.
I put a video out in October, and it wasn't, and I never tagged them. Because to me, right now, I'm putting my videos out that I'm working on, and you know, I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate holidays at all. At all, any of them.
I know that about you.
Yeah, and it's just too commercialized. We celebrate it as we want to in our heart, you know, and our spirit and soul, and that's how we do it. But I'm not putting a video up every day for Christmas that I don't even celebrate, or, you know.
Yes, Lori, I remember watching your Vlogmas last year.
Correct.
And Free Handling Maid's asking, what is Vlogmas? It's basically just like your Thankful Challenge or your Vlogtober or whatever you do or whatever, where you just post a video every day that month.
Yeah.
And
I don't like the pressure of that.
Because calling someone out for a whole month is not like calling them out for one video.
Yeah, and especially if they're not doing it for a whole month. And like now on my channel, I've been doing that. It's just worked out that way. But I did it because it's something I enjoyed. I didn't feel pressured to do.
Right.
You know, it's my choice. And I think maybe 1 or 2 days, I didn't put a video out, and that was my choice.
Remember
And,
last
you
year
know,
when
John,
John almost vomited on that big, huge oyster?
yeah, like that size.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah.
She wants it vomit
I'm
size,
not,
John.
I'm
Vomit
not
size.
doing a video on it, so no one's going to see me puke.
Ooh, guess what video I'm going to do?
Uh-oh, what?
Vegemite.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No. But I did
So
see,
you don't want me to send you the jar of Vegemite when I'm done so you can try it?
oh, heck no. No. But
Oh,
don't put it on a cracker, or if you do,
to you.
put a little more than what they say. Hey, Tiffany, what's up?
I heard you're supposed to do it on bread.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Please do
No.
not call me out. No time.
No.
You don't ever want to be called out on a challenge, John. Got it. Got it. Hello,
Like
Tiffany.
he's got enough going on in his life. And that's
Yeah,
how I feel. I got too much crap going on to
full
be
time. Shed wars, making videos, replying to comments. Yeah.
watching videos. And well, now if
That's
it's
them.
like
I
a
don't hang out.
collaboration, I'm only asked, like I have my what's cooking. You know, you can make 100 what's cooking videos if you want, or you can make one. And you know, I could do one collaboration with you, and that's a big difference than, you know, making it every day.
That I got tired by the end. I think on one of my last videos last year for the Thankful Challenge,
Oh,
my
I'm
Vegemite will be here tomorrow. It said
so sorry.
for 2 months. So I was visiting my sister and we went to the World Market and I saw those Tim Tam cookies. So I bought those and I tried those. And then I said, oh, if they have these cookies, maybe they have the Vegemite. So I looked around and I found it. And I said, I'm going to buy this just to make a
Where
video.
was that at?
The World Market.
Oh, World Market. Yeah, they have everything there.
Yeah. So
What are the Tam Tam? Are those like
the cookies that I believe it was my Aussie Garden that brought that.
are they nasty or
They're good. They're like a crunchy cookie.
like a sugar cookie?
No, more like a chocolate covered cookie with like a wafer thingy on.
Is that the one? Oh, that's the one Ariella had. She had on her channel. I looked for those at Aldi's and I couldn't find them.
No,
It's got a chocolate coating.
It literally says on the package, if you look on the back, made in Australia.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, that's the cookies they were talking about. Let me try those. And I tried to wait and do that for the video too, but that didn't
she
happen.
got hers in Australia at her Aldi's. Ariella did, and so I was like, oh well, maybe they have them. They did not have them because they look really good. I love the
one is
striped
fudge, the
cookies
other
with
is
the
caramel.
chocolate.
Okay, so I guess there's two kinds of Tim Tams. Tiffany
caramel.
Q.
Oh yeah.
You know those little candies that they have in New England, and they're shaped like little seashells. What are those candies called? They're usually like white and brown, or like cream colored and brown, and they're just shaped like little shells, and they're in a little package. If y'all are in here, if you will answer that, because I want to find some of those. I don't know where they're at.
Is it a hard candy?
No, it's like a soft chocolate-y type candy.
Tourist candy.
Candy.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't know. Oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, tourist trap candy.
Okay.
Well, whatever they are, I used to eat them when I lived in Rhode Island. And I found some one day and I ate them. And I'm trying to figure out what they're called so I can find them.
Is it like a caramel creamy flavor?
It's a really soft chocolate that's kind of like a white and brown chocolate mixed together.
Oh, okay.
They're shaped like seashells, and they sell them all over New England, like Job Lot, Stop and Shop,
You could probably
whatever
Google
the other stores are
seashell
that you
chocolate.
buy that kind of stuff at. And I used to buy them when I was there, and I don't know, many lives.
Huh. I don't know.
Oh, that's fine, Abby. That's cool. The Vineyard Chicks are putting out their video this week on the poor kid snack, if that's what you're talking about. So no worries. When you get it, make sure I put you in there, or I'll check back. I'll check back with you and the Vineyard Chicks. I think they put out their videos on Wednesdays. So I'll look for theirs on Wednesdays, and I'll look. No worries. That was just a fun collab. There's no big deal. There is a playlist.
What's the collab?
We're talking about the poor kids snack one.
Oh,
I called Abby and Vineyard Chicks out because they're kids, and I just wanted to see what the new thing is that they eat. I know what she means. They are shell-shaped but not solid. Yes, that's right. They're not solid. 2 halves stuck together. I will look when I go to Job Lot, Gail. See, Tiffany, Q to you. My first job in Rhode Island when I lived there was at Job Lot.
Wow.
The place I worked at. I never worked at Stop and Shop, though. And then I worked at Rhode Island Novelty, and I worked at Garland Pen Company. Those were the 3 places I worked while I was there. Oh, and Blockbuster Video.
Blockbuster.
And I was like a shift leader.
That's fun. Yeah,
it's funny, but they didn't have a lot of choices for managers, and they called me in and asked me to be a shift leader. I was like, "What, me? This girl? Nobody's ever asked me to do anything like this before."
Heck yeah.
Rhode Island Novelty in Pawtucket, yes, in Pawtucket, and I'm probably saying Pawtucket wrong because I'm saying it with a Texas accent, but yeah,
Pawtucket.
Pawtucket. I did billing. I did billing, receptionist and billing for Rhode Island Novelty. Mm-hmm.
Does anyone in the chat have any questions for me? Because I sort of screwed you up because I didn't have answers to actors and movies and.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I hate Hollywood with a passion. I mean, I don't watch TV. I don't have TV. I couldn't tell you who's the newest actor. Who
you watch news?
I could give a flying flip because they ain't nobody to me. And maybe because my uncle worked in Paramount, and I knew a lot of those people that,
Hi, Broke Farmer. How are you?
I knew a lot of those. Hey, Joe, who were, hey, Broke Farmer, who were actors. I met Cameron Mitchell. I met, who's the guy who played Little Joe on Bonanza? Oh, my God. Michael Landon. And so there were several others, but they were no different than me. And the way that we glorify these people and make them what they are not because they can act. Well, we can all act.
On YouTube, right?
We just don't get paid for it.
Channels a certain way and the small channels another way.
Exactly.
We're all human.
We're all made out of the same cloth.
Else.
Yeah. I ain't no better than nobody else.
Or the size of their YouTube channel or what kind of tennis shoes they wear.
I'll tell you. When we went to the Ozark Homestead or Expo, I sat there with Keeping It Dutch and Hidden Heights and Living Traditions and VW Farm and Pathways, and you know what?
There's probably some actors
Adler Farms,
down to earth. Hello, Abundant Acres Homestead.
Walker Farm Family. We were all just people. And that's who we are. And when you start because, oh, I've got 1 million subscribers, so I'm all that in a cup of tea. Well, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're no different than Joe Blow, who has 100 subscribers. You ain't no different.
Never be too
Ever.
good to help a smaller channel.
Yes. And when
I
we
literally
are
had
not
2
humble,
channels I mentored. I just picked up a new one, and my job is to help them, to teach them what I know.
yes.
If I
Kenny
have
and
the formula
Angie.
and they don't have the formula and no one ever helped them, then I want to be the one to help them. I love helping people.
Yes,
When I watch
pay
Survivor,
it forward. Pay
I'm
it
all
forward.
about exactly. So everybody helped me go on my trip, and I turned around and paid it forward to one of my fellow YouTubers. And that's what I would like to do. I don't have a lot of money. I can't do it all the time, but when I hear about a need, a lot of times I do want to help people. I just have to do it within my means, which isn't much. It's a meager means. So, but I do like helping people.
It's not always about money. It doesn't take me any money to put up a video and say, hey, let's go help and support this channel, that channel. And I've said it 1,000,000 times. I vowed in the beginning, and I'll hold this till the day I die, that you should always humble yourself and support a new channel like I was supported, like you were supported, Gail. And don't think you're all high and mighty, because I don't care if I ever, and I never thought I'd get to 1,000, but if I ever got to say 10,000, I'd still be calling Gail. I'm still going to be calling Angie. I'm still going to be calling Anne Marie and John and Robert and all my friends. And, it's not going to change anything about me.
Yeah.
And I have been adamant since the day I started YouTube that would be a goal I would never abandon.
Yeah.
And
John called me out, and he's always been a bigger channel than me. And every time I would go into my live when I was new on his live, he would always pay attention to me, say hi to me, tell people, hey, go check out Gail Southern Living. And he always supported me. The reason I support John at Will It Grow is because he's always been kind to me from the very beginning. So with me, it's mutual respect. You respect me, I respect you.
Exactly. You're
Hello,
right.
Williams. Hello.
Hi, Bree. Angie, did you see my video on the seeds? I called Angie. Okay, so here's what happened. I make this whole video on saving seeds because I'm always saying, save your seeds, don't throw them away.
Yeah.
And I just started doing this video on saving seeds. And I had 2 days before that or 3 days before that watched Angie's video. And I'm like, oh my God. So I pick up the phone and I call Angie and I said, Angie, I'm so screwed. I haven't put it up yet. If you don't want me to put it up, I will not put it up. But I did a video on saving seeds. And
why was it was it how she told you to do it or something?
No, it was a different way. But one time my good friend and I put the same exact how to make tomato sauce in the Instapot within minutes from each other. And I had mentioned it like a month before, but never said I was doing it. She didn't tell me she was doing it. And it was embarrassing because, people know both of us, and it made me feel like one of us copied each other, although we would never have done that.
Sometimes you talk about things on the phone, and so both of you guys get the brilliant idea at the same time because you had a conversation, so you weren't even.
Well, we hadn't even had that conversation. Angie had already put her seed-saving video up, but in honor of Angie and Kenny, I felt it was very important to pick up the phone and say, Angie, here's what's going on. If you don't want me to put this video up, I'm cool. I won't do it. And I would have done that at 1,600 subscribers, and I would have done it at 10,000.
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
That's
I
respect
made a
for
video
people.
of somebody's recipe, and I'm not going to put the video out until I email them to ask them if it's okay first.
Yeah. And,
So I've
you know,
already made the
Angie
video,
was
but I
so,
won't put it out until I have permission because it's her
Angie was so gracious, and she's like, I don't own Seed Saving, you know, and I'm like, but you put the video out, and I watched it, and I mean, it never, when I was doing the video, occurred to me, oh crap, you know, I'm copying Angie, but I didn't copy her.
Well,
I had
mean,
a whole
we're
different
all saving
seed
seeds because
saving.
it's the time of the year to save seeds.
It is,
However,
and she was
tomato
beautifully
seed saving is
gracious.
hard. I watched
Hey,
John at
Kathy.
Willie Rhode do it last year, and I was like, oh, that looks hard. I think I'll just buy some.
Well, the thing is,
Hi, Kathy, Living Miracle
we
Homestead.
we may not be able to buy them, and you may not be able to afford them.
Very true. Yeah, that's very true.
So save
Yeah.
your dang seeds. Go to Angie's and mine and the million others that did seed saving, you know, videos. But, you know, it's about respect. It's about having dignity and honor. And, you know, just, I knew she had just done one. And the last thing I wanted to be was
just like
that
you
copycat.
wanted to do your channel member name video. You're like, are you okay with me putting down a video about the same thing? Because I need to do that too. I'm like, no problem. No
Oh,
big deal.
yeah.
We're going, well, we got monetized within a few months of each other. Well,
Yeah.
maybe even within a couple of months of each other. So we're going through the same things around the same time.
Exactly. But it's about having dignity and respect.
Yeah, exactly.
And
just like me, I got the videotape, but I will not post it until I have said person's permission. Of course, she will be mentioned in the video.
yeah, and I tag Angie and Kenny
and all that. But I still want to ask her first and make sure.
Yeah, and then
I'll feel okay about posting it. But I did
No.
make it.
I'm sorry, Gail. Joe Serrano, listen, email me. I keep telling you on the chats, email me. simplyjanhomestead@gmail.com. I have something I need to send you. And he never responds. You've got my other email, my personal email, Joe. You can email me there too. Please email me. Thank you, Joe.
Okay.
There we go.
Awesome. Yeah, she just had to get that out.
I did, because I don't know if he keeps going away and missing it and doesn't see it. Or Joe, I'm waiting for a response.
I will walk off from my phone in the middle of a live sometimes. I get distracted. Squirrel.
Well, sometimes you have to go to the bathroom, you know.
Yeah. Go get a snack, go get a drink, whatever.
Yeah.
But
It happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this Friday, I will have Off the Wall Prepper on. We haven't decided on a subject for the live yet, but it'll be something in the lines of prepping, and it'll be at 5:00 Central, right before Simply Jan Homestead goes on. So it'll be for an hour.
So fun.
So we're going to do Off the Wall Prepper on Friday, and
Is
then
that
next
Casey?
Monday. I think it's Blue Collar Homestead next Monday. Let's see if I can get to my phone. Can't get to my phone.
What's Off the Wall Prepper's name?
I don't know. I don't really ask. I don't ask all the preppers their first names. There's a lot of those preppers that don't like to say their names. They're pretty secretive. So
well, Christine Dragonflies gave it.
I wait to see if they mention their name, because there's a lot of them that don't want their name mentioned. So next week will be Blue Collar Homestead.
Yeah.
Then the next Monday will be Big Dreams Homestead, and the next Monday will be Seed Faith Homestead.
Yeah.
Friday after Thanksgiving, I won't be doing a live because I will be with my family having Thanksgiving.
Cool. Thank you, Joe. I didn't know if you heard me or not. So I saw you and I'm like, I'm going to nail him right here on this live. You know how I am. uh, yeah.
Okay. Is this is this a serious comment or a joke? I can't tell sometimes. I guess
John
maybe he
saying
just learned
he
how to.
can.
Maybe he watched Bush Tech and learned how to do it from watching his Mankini
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
thing. I guess he learned it from that because he had to go over there and check out that video on Bush
Uh-huh.
Tech. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm serious. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Most
Yeah.
of the time, I get John's humor because I lived in Rhode Island for 5.5 years. So you have to learn to get to know their personality. The way they say word, it's just different, and it just comes with time. I loved my time in Rhode Island; it was a blast. I'm glad I had that experience. But
Hey, Debbie.
I am proud of my Texas heritage.
Well,
No, I've
I'm
got a
pretty
program.
much
Oh, okay.
Texas. Debbie's was saying they don't want calling anyone's names out in their lives. And I get that on a prepping channel, and I totally get that on a prepping channel.
Yes, on a
But
prepping channel,
on
they're very,
like
very
on
super paranoid. They don't want people to come to their house.
well,
There's that.
giving their first name isn't going to make them come to your house necessarily. There could be a
Yeah, yeah,
thousand
I
Joe
know.
Blows out there, but I get it. I get it. On my channel, I want to know your name. It's sort of like Cheers, where everyone knows your name.
Yes, I
And
want to know everybody's first name too. As a
I
matter
I
of fact,
work
Sojourners,
Debbie.
Old Country, Homestead. So that's Debbie. Okay.
That's Debbie. So I worked very hard. All my employees were required to learn my customers' names, and we had thousands of customers. But when that one guy walked in, he was having a crappy day, and they said, "Hey, Mr. Smith, how are you? How are you doing, Joe?" And it melted their heart, and it made them have a better day, because you know what? They knew how many customers we had. Well, I worked in a pool business in Texas. It was the largest pool company in the world, and we were busy all the time. And so for us to personalize and say,
Hi, Lone Star
John,
Pavilion.
I took sign language in college. I knew a little. I had a few deaf clients, and I'd be like, "Hi," and give their sign, and they're like, "Hey, Jan," because I had a sign too, and it was the most beautiful thing, because it broke down walls and barriers, and I love that about knowing my members' names, and
Yep.
my supporters' names. I love that.
Yeah,
Les, Lone
I
Star
try to know them too.
Pioneer. Les, I love Les. Uh,
Freddie, Farm and HVAC.
Freddie, yeah, yeah. Angie and Kenny and Johnny Boy, Johnny Boy. Yeah, yeah. Sure enough.
Mine's so easy. Gail.
Gail, Robert. No, I mean, I
I'm
love
giving
that.
it to you. I'm giving it to you.
Yeah, I
And
think.
yours too. Yours is giving it to everybody too.
Yeah, Kathy. I
Now,
mean,
the one that always throws people off is the Rusty Pepper,
Yeah,
because Rusty is the dog,
yeah,
Pepper is the woman.
yeah. Pepper,
The Rusty Pepper. So you want to say you want to say Rusty,
Pepper.
but it's Pepper. It's actually Pepper. Hi,
Yeah,
Pepper. I
exactly.
did the same thing until she corrected me, and now I remember that. Of course, I met the
Yeah.
dog Rusty too, so that makes a difference.
I just think it personalizes it, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, I go on a lot of big channels, chat live streams and their chats, and um, you get lost in the shuffle. And if they do see a comment from you, it's always your channel name. Well, mine's simply Jan, so most people know it's Jan. They know who I am. And hey,
Kathy
Vineyard
used to be
Chicks,
a hairdresser. I didn't know that,
it's
Kathy.
important.
I don't think I knew Kathy was a hairdresser. I don't.
Yes,
Rusty is the spoiled one. Pepper, maybe you're the spoiled one.
I don't know, Pepper. I think you spoiled. I think Rusty
You spoiled him,
you.
but he spoiled you too, because
Yeah.
she literally walks out of her way when she's walking.
Yeah, my dogs
You
just
see the
sit there and
dog?
look at
My
me.
cats get right up under my feet and I almost fall over. So to see a dog actually get out of the way when a person is walking, even when I was walking, he got out of my way.
Yeah. Well,
Never
that's
seen
a
a
good
dog do that.
trained dog. Like I'm training Lily and Brutus. Lily moves.
Mhm.
Brutus, he just looks at you and he will not. He just stands there like he's got this shield up, And now I'm teaching him. He has to move. I'm the master. He's got to move. So, yeah, he's got to get out of my way. This is my space. Especially
Yeah.
when I'm cooking.
Well,
He's
cats,
always in the way.
exactly. I have a new kitten to train, so wish me luck there. Curly Sue is all over the place. She's always getting under people's feet, and she gets stepped on by accident. Ask me who trained Rusty. You trained Rusty with all those fancy, expensive dog treats from Chewy.
Yeah.
And I can say that with all certainty because I saw her feed the dog a handful of treats one by one, and she makes him say a prayer before he eats his little dog treat.
Yeah.
And then she feeds him one by one, and he has to wait. And he's so patient. He's such a. Most of them would just, chomp that right out of your hand. That he is such a good dog. He does not do that.
I had my therapy dog, Sasha. She was trained. I could put a treat on her nose, and she'd just sit there and look at it like cross-eyed. And I'd say, "Stay, stay." And she was a English beagle, English hound dog. Sorry, and she had a longer snout. It wasn't huge, but she had a longer snout, and I'd just put it right there, and she'd wait and wait and wait. I'd say, "Okay, get it." And she'd like, "Oh, yeah." And then she'd get her treat.
That's good. That's
and that was something we used in therapy when we went to the hospitals. I said, "You want to see a trick she can do?" And they're like, yeah. And then I'd let the kids do it or the elderly people we were serving, and it was pretty fun. And then she could roll over, They thought that was fun. So I love therapy dogs because I think they get more joy out of being with the people than the people get out of being with them.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And Sasha
loves his mama, and Pepper loves Rusty, and Rusty loves Pepper. It's a mutual thing.
And that's a perfect
Rusty's more like a child than a dog, actually. He's more like a child. If you see the way she treats him, you would know that. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. Especially since, she's living alone. That's her partner. That's her person she sees every day. So I understand.
Did you say hi to the Vineyard Chicks, Gail?
Hi, Vineyard Chicks.
I gotta keep Gail in line. She's just flapping her jaws.
I totally did not mean to miss anybody. I would never ever do that on purpose.
She would not.
But yeah, I do blah 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 sometimes. I have the hardest time when I'm in an interview. I don't want to stop the person speaking, so I have a hard time saying hi to people, and then I try to wait for that person to stop talking, and I say hi real fast. Or I'll pull their name up on here because I don't want them to not be acknowledged while I'm doing an interview. So that's the only thing I find hard about interviews is stopping the person that is talking.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone says I talk so slow. Like when they Marco, they could Marco me at 2 times the speed, and I still sound slow. You should try it, Gail. See.
Well, I'm from Texas, so I don't notice it.
I was taught that if you're speaking to someone, speak clearly, concisely, and direct. And so I'm not one to go talk like this. I'm going to be real fast about what I'm saying. I'm going to go through the conversation and you don't know what the heck I just said. You know what I mean? I'm not that girl. I'm the girl that's gonna go through it slow, and I just can't even
Nancy, I haven't seen
do
you
it.
around in a while.
Hey, Shaky, what's up?
I need to go on and do a live with Rusty Pepper on her channel. I know she prefers to have people up when she has those, so I need to set that up with you, Pepper. If you're still in here, try to text me something. We'll try to set one of those up.
Well, I'm not from
Have some
Texas,
stickers for me.
Pepper.
For me,
I actually, I was born and raised in Illinois, and when I was 18, I moved to Texas, and
you keep talking. I'm gonna go get something.
yeah, I think I was 18, and I moved to Texas. 19, no, it's about 18 or 19, about that age, and I lived there for 45 years, and then we moved here. God,
See,
your board looks like mine. I got to get another one. Look at all those great channels.
And then the other side. And then if they send me two, there's some on the back.
Yeah. That's what I should have done, is put them on the back, but I didn't.
The second, if there's a second, if they send me a third, I'm putting them in a drawer. And that way, if something happens to this, or if I find a new place I want to put them, and I think I'm going to maybe get some clear shellac stuff. I don't know what. And put over the top of them, because some of them are trying to come off.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to put them all down. But yeah, it's a lot of stickers.
What's that say in the top corner where your thumb was?
Was it Jaws?
No, next to the black sticker. Go over more. Other way. Oh, I thought it was. Yeah, keep going. What's that say?
Canadian Proud Get Outdoors.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought it was
a long one that's
wood burnt
more for cars. And they're like, oh, it's too big. I'm like, no, it's great. I love it.
Oh yeah, cool.
But yeah, my board's getting full. But I have a backside, so we're good.
Yeah. Fruit schnickens. Oh, well, we had friends that talked so fast, Tiffany. I mean, so fast. I just.
Hi, Best Yet Journey.
I can't. It's hard for me to follow a conversation. Okay, hello, John. Heirloom Permaculture and Preparedness. I got his name right. I've been calling him Howie.
Hello,
It's Heirloom Permaculture is Howie. Hi, John.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah,
I had a time with poblano today. I could not say poblano in my video.
Poblano.
I can say it just fine now. Now that I'm not on the video, I can say poblano. See, I'm having a little trouble with it again. Poblano.
Okay, Shaky. We'll keep your family in our prayers. Hey, Best Yet Journey.
You're not putting any stickers on your backside.
Anne Marie.
Oh, Anne Marie.
She's quick too. She comes up with them. I'm like, I've got another friend like that, and he's like just off the cuff with things, and I'm like, where do you get that from? It's like, it's just something.
I'll say some of my jokes, and some days they're funny, and some days they're not. Like, I'm funny every other day. That's how I say it. Because sometimes people laugh, and sometimes they look at me like I have 3 heads. You only see the funny side of Gail if you really know me. If you don't know me that well, you might think I'm dry or boring or a little bit aloof. But if you really know me, I'm
Oh, good.
cracking up. I'm Marco Poloing Anne Marie and Jan with my bed head, my hair's sticking up like this,
Yeah.
and I'm in my robe, and
Yeah.
and I have no makeup on, and I'm just
Yeah.
chitter
Like,
chatting.
hey, girl.
Yeah, see, I made my hair
Hi,
stick
hi,
up.
Blissby.
But yeah, this hair does not stay down like that. I have to put it down like that.
And they'll be Marco and me, and I don't have my implants in, and I'm like, they ain't gonna see that.
Me. I think one day I don't remember it was you or Anne Marie, but I turned it towards something. I can't remember which one of y'all it was. It's like I just woke up. You don't want to see this.
Oh
You don't
yeah,
wanna see this
yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah, I wear braids too, but not to bed. I don't want my hair getting all kinky because when I was growing up, it was real wavy, and I
Yeah,
didn't
my
need to
hair's
wear
normally
braids.
wavy.
Yeah, so I'll take them out after this live.
I wear braids when I'm working in the yard or working on projects around the house. I don't want it in my way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because as soon as it could be no breeze, nothing, you could, flip it behind your head in a ponytail. And as soon as you don't braid it or put it in a ponytail, um,
It's all in
it's
place.
like everywhere in your face. Yeah. Right. You see my ceiling when my implants aren't in. Because ain't nobody want to say that. No. Ain't nobody. Yeah.
Hi, Moon Sprout.
Technically, I could go to bed with those in. It's just, I don't know why I don't. I could, but hey, moon sprouts.
Yeah.
You're eating your hair trying to talk to the camera. Yes, yes. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. I think I have a video that's like pretty windy. Back
yeah.
when in the beginning when I was doing some shedwares planting, there's a video where it's like the stuff I'm trying to put into the raised bed is like blowing everywhere. It's like pieces of paper all over the place. I think that was
Oh,
before the
yeah.
kids were
Good
in,
night,
maybe.
Les.
Bye, Les.
Yeah. I've had more times where I'm you're bent over because you're planting things, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, it's like,
Yeah,
okay, take 50.
exactly.
Yeah. When hair is as long as Jan and mine, it's literally all over the place. I've had my hair
Yeah.
hit people. Yeah, yes.
Y'all's hair is longer than mine, but it's pretty long. See?
Mine is down almost to my waist now. But when I put it in a braid, it doesn't look that long.
Yeah,
It's
no, I know your hair is longer than mine.
yeah.
I
It's
only cut my hair like every 3 years, maybe. It'll get really long, and then I'll cut it like this short, and it'll grow out again. And I'll wait another few years, and I'll cut it again. It'll just
yeah.
it'll just get to a point it gets on my nerves,
I
and
need
it's
to get
no
mine
problem,
trimmed.
but it gets on my nerves, and I just chop it off.
Yeah.
So
I used to wear my hair always to my shoulders, and then I'd scrunch it up and curl it, and then forget that crap. It's too much trouble. Yeah. I like my
Where's
hair
Barbie?
long.
I don't know. Maybe he's trolling someone else tonight.
Probably on someone else's live. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
We're
spreading
not
the love.
important. We
He's
took all
spreading
his
the
fun
love.
away. Yeah. Oh no, here
No.
you don't have to. But
You
I
want to
have
know who my
Kevin.
hairdresser is? My mother.
Yeah. Kevin can all he has to do is clip straight across. I cut his, he can cut mine. Yep.
I cut well, he does the first cut of his hair, and then I go through and trim right above his ears and then on his neck. I trim it military because I
That's
used to
how
be
I do
married to
Kevin.
a military person. So I was trained to cut it right above their ear, to do the ear, not touching the ear, and then on the back to be. So I learned how to do hair by the military standards. So
Yeah.
that's how I do Steven's hair.
Yep.
So
Yep. That's here too. That's here. I don't know where Homer went. He was in here earlier.
yeah.
He's probably violating us by going on someone else's live. You know, loyalty.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm just
It's
teasing.
okay.
Yeah.
We all have short attention spans around here. It's all good. We could
Yep.
spread the love. Spread the love. Well, I think I'm going to end the live. Thank you, Jen, for coming on. I had fun with you. I always have fun hanging out with you.
I know.
Of course, I feel like I talk to you every day because we talk on Marco Polo so much.
I know.
And
I was
every
like,
day
what
we talk
questions
on
is she
Marco
going to
Polo
come
almost
up
every day.
with? She already knows the
Just
answer.
maybe a few things I have never actually asked you. There was a few things that I didn't know the answer to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what
We're
friends
almost
are
at
for.
2 hours.
Wow, have we been
We
on
almost
that?
talked for 2 hours straight, Jan.
My God.
I know.
Imagine that. We do that all the time on the phone.
Yeah. We talk on the phone. We talk on Marco Polo.
Yeah.
She'll Marco me, and just seconds later, I'm Marcoing her right back. And right, sometimes we're that quick. Other times it may take longer. And of course, when I was at my sister's, I wasn't Marcoing people. I was just visiting with family.
She was in.
I did one live while I was there, only because a big channel asked me, and I didn't want to stand them up. And because of that, that person's going to be on my live on Friday. So
that's right. That's right.
I can come up with a subject between now and then. So
yeah. Well, I'll tell the loose faucet you asked about her, and I will keep her locked up.
Well,
Jan,
can you maybe give her like a little bit of meat occasionally? Because bread and water is not too healthy for her.
Oh, Dylan wants me to say Paul Tuckett again. Paul Tuckett. Is that what he wanted, Tiffany? Me to say Paul Tuckett?
Paul Tuckett, Narragansett, Newport. Yeah. What other? Johnston? I can't say it like how they said it. Johnston?
It's Paul Tuckett.
What else did I know?
That right? Yeah, Paul Tuckett. Sure enough, that. Yeah.
They probably think we're hilarious.
Yeah. Well, here in the South, that's how you say it. Woonsocket. Woonsocket. What's a woonsocket? I ain't heard of a
woonsocket. That's a city in Rhode Island.
Woonsocket.
Woonsocket. Mm-hmm.
We really wanted to move to this town called Bona because we thought what content we'd have.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah. Well, I did live there. So I lived there long enough to where my people in Texas said I had a little bit of a Rhode Island accent. And my people in Rhode Island, of course, still thought I had a perfectly good Texas accent. So I was somewhere in the middle at some point. Of course, I haven't lived there in years now. So, but yeah.
You see how Gail just let that go whoosh right over her head?
What?
What I said, the city we wanted to move in, town we wanted to move to.
What was it? Where?
Bona.
Bona? Oh. Is that on the Weird Towns in Your State collaboration?
That was it. That was one
Weird
of them.
Towns and Names. That was one of them.
Bona, and then there's another one. It all goes together. It was pretty fun.
I'd have to look back at my list. I don't even. Yeah, Intercourse. Yeah. We did that Weird Town Names and then whatever your Weird Town Names collaboration last year, I think it was.
Yeah, it's BONA. It's innocent.
I don't know what my next collaboration will be, but it'll probably be some kind of a gardening overwinter kind of a collaboration. So that's
Tulips, Washington. I thought that was pretty fun. No, I would not move to Intercourse. Sorry.
That would be really uncomfortable to have to say you live in Intercourse.
Oh, we do have Uranus though, so where the world's finest fudge is made, and that's the truth. Uranus.
Oh my gracious.
Yes, and there's a big sign. Every time I go that way, it kills me because you can only get that sign on the one side of the freeway or the highway, and I always miss it. And one of these days, I'm going to stop and I'm going to take a picture of it because it says Uranus, where the finest fudge comes from. Like that.
Goodness.
So you know what the implication is. And it's just the funniest thing. And every time I'm going there Wednesday that way, and I am going to make it a point. I'll rip off the freeway if I have to get that picture. I'm going to get it this time.
Yeah, I want to do the Peter Peppers collaboration.
And Marie.
We can do the Peter Peppers collaboration and the Cosmic Cultivators collaboration and just label the pots. One we could label Garden State Gardener Peter Peppers, and then the other one we could make it Cosmic Cultivators and whatever their pepper name is, which I don't remember because I got those seeds like last week. So
yeah, I didn't get a name on them. Okay, Angie and Kenny, good night.
And maybe it didn't have a name. Maybe that's why I don't remember it.
No, it just says something about the challenge. Pepper challenge. I'm being so good right now, Robert. You really are.
Oh, with the fudge, yeah. With the Uranus and the big fudge comments.
Yeah.
Apple tree,
Robert, when I get the picture, I'm going to send it to you. I'll forward it to you. All right, y'all. Gail, thank you. I was honored and humbled that you had me on tonight. And thank you, everyone, for coming and listening to me blab, blab, blab.
Yeah, and us blab, blab, blab back and forth to each other.
You want to puke up my beer?
Maybe that's why Micro Farmer left, because it was two girls blabbing back and forth.
Well, he already knows us so well. He's probably this is.
I've heard it. Yeah, nothing new. Yeah.
All right, love you. Thank you, Gail.
Bye, Jan.
Bye, everyone.
Coming up. Thank you, Free Handley Maid. Bye, Anne Marie. Bye, Joe. Bye, Robert. Bye, John. Bye, Tiffany. Bye, Debbie. Bye, Apple Urban Homestead. Tiffany. Bye, Vineyard Chicks. Bye, everybody else that's left in here. I definitely appreciate you guys in here. Bye, guys. Love yous.